Welcome, parents and guardians. My name is Miss Primosch, and welcome to Back to School Night. Thank you for being here. Who is your teacher? So my name is Miss Primosch, and I will be your son or daughter's physical education teacher this year. This will be my 13th year teaching PE at Fleming Middle School. I graduated Cal State Long Beach with a degree in secondary physical education and athletic training. I've been married for 11 years to my husband, who is an LA City firefighter. We have 2 boys who are 7 and 9. I love the outdoors, I love to be active, and I'm hoping I will inspire your son or daughter to have the same passion. Course description. In physical education class, students will participate in a structured program of exercise, motor skill development, team and individual activities, and lessons designed to promote understanding, appreciation, and development of health-related fitness. So during our distance learning time, your son or daughter will be learning in 2 different ways, synchronous and asynchronous. So synchronous instructions is defined as students or groups of students engaged in learning at the same time using technology that allows teachers and students to connect in real time. And that's what we are doing via Zoom. Asynchronous instructions is learning done on students' own time or schedule. Zoom expectations. So students need to make sure that they are on time, making sure that they wake up early, logging on about 5 minutes before class, making sure that they're wearing appropriate clothing, sitting up straight, and cameras need to be on and they need to be in view. They need to also chat responsibly by raising their virtual hand or also typing in the chat box. Students also need to make sure that they are in a quiet place, checking their surroundings, making sure if they are not speaking that they are muted. When they are speaking, making sure they're speaking clearly, speaking up, and also trying to stay on topic. Be prepared. So computers and iPads need to be charged, camera is on, and using headphones if they have them. Participation, so being focused, being attentive, and being an active participant in class. Students also need to be respectful, be kind, and considerate of others. Consequences for breaking distance learning rules. So a student frequently breaks the distance learning rules. A warning will be given to the student, and we will discuss ways that they can fix the problem. Next, a parent will be contacted, and a request of a parent virtual shadow or phone conference will take place. The student's work habit and cooperation grade will also be lowered. Depending on the severity, referral to the grade level counselor, the dean, assistant principal, or even the principal. Course material. So students need a device. So this can be an iPad, a laptop, or a desktop computer. If you are in need of a device, you need to contact or stop by the school as soon as possible. Internet access. So if you have a hotspot at home or Wi-Fi, if you do need internet, like I said, you can contact the school and get a hotspot too. Students were issued a agenda book. Students should have paper, a pencil, or a pen for taking notes, a safe place to do activities, and also making sure that they are wearing comfortable clothes to move around in. Proper PE uniform for distance learning. So distance learning PE is definitely going to look a lot different than if we were in person, but students always need to be prepared to do some type of physical activity. That means wearing loose clothing to move around in, athletic shoes and socks if needed for activity. They should also comply with the school dress code policy to prevent distractions. I'm asking kids to avoid wearing jeans, dresses, and skirts, and yes, pajamas. Anytime a student has to leave distance learning class early, the live Zoom class, they need to try to let me know in advance. Try not to interrupt the class when they do leave. They can privately message me in the chat that they are leaving, maybe even asking a friend to take notes for them. Contact the teacher for missing assignments or information. The student can also always look on Schoology for missing assignments and information. I put everything there. Every Google slide presentation I did go over in live Zoom class, I do upload it to Schoology for students to view on their own. If a student is sick or injured, the student should notify me as soon as possible, or a parent can email me too. They should try to participate as much as physically able to based off of the doctor's orders. Students should still try to participate in class discussion if able to. Student is also responsible for getting their makeup work from their teacher. Attendance policy and reporting absences. So if a student is going to be absent, there's a few things that they need to do. Attendance is taken daily in every single period. It is expected the students arrive on time. Like I said, in the event your son or daughter is going to be absent, you can contact the attendance office. Another way you can report your absence is by uploading your absence note to parent portal, which information is listed below. Also, making sure you email me with the reason for the absence, and so that I can make sure I get your child the missing assignments. Technology must have and knows. So student must have their LAUSD email set up. So this is different than Schoology, okay? They also need to have access to their Schoology account. Some Google apps that I'm asking students to download on their devices is Google Drive, Google Slides, Google Docs, and Google Forms. Students also need to know how to take a screenshot from their device so that they're able to upload their assignments to me through Schoology. They also need to know how to make a copy of a Google Slides and also how to share a Google Slides with me. So this is another option for the students to submit work to me, is by sharing their Google Slides with me. All these tutorials are in the black folder labeled How To in their Schoology PE page, as you can see from the picture to the right. Homework and asynchronous assignments. So all assignments are in the learning target folders based off of what learning target we are working on. So we have learning target 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 10, which I color coordinated them to. So I might refer to an assignment being in the red folder. So that would be learning target 3. All Google Slides presentations I do go over in live Zoom class. I do always upload them to Schoology, and they're embedded right above the assignment. Due dates for all assignments are in 2 locations. So one location they can find it is actually on the title of the assignment, and then right below the assignment, as you can see from the picture to the left. Online gradebook. So I am using Schoology for my online gradebook. This is a great communication tool, and then also a way for you to check your child's current grades, assessment, updates, and missing assignments. It also has the capability of sending messages to me. And it is very, very important that you check Schoology daily and weekly to make sure that the students are staying up to date with their courses. Listed below is how students will log on to their Schoology app. And then at the very bottom is how parents can log on to access Schoology. What is mastery learning and grading? So my physical education class will be based off of mastery learning and grading approach. Hopefully you attended Thursday's parent meeting that went over mastery learning and grading. But the purpose of this grading is to communicate progress with students, parents, teachers, and administrators. More importantly than the grades is that the student is learning. We will approach learning with a growth mindset. So if the kid has not mastered a concept, it's just because they're not there yet. We are encouraging that they master the skill. It will just take a different amount of time for each child. This grading philosophy is meant to be meaningful and supportive of the learning process. Mastery learning grading system is based off of the level of mastery or proficiency of a skill and concepts also known as learning targets. So mastery grading policy, as you can see, this is my rubric scale. So it's a 0 to 4 rubric. Like I said, it is based upon the level of mastery in each learning target. So on a skill or concept that they are learning, a 4 is mastery, 3 is proficient, a 2 is beginning, 1 is emerging, and a 0 is an observable, or they possibly were absent that day. And they can always retake the assignment as many times as they need to until they master it. Final academic grades. So grades will be determined based on a body of evidence that determines learning. Like I said, multiple attempts will be provided as part of the learning experience. All assessed work shall carry a factor of a 0. Therefore, assignments and assessments will not be averaged based off of points. Work within a learning target will be surveyed to determine the level of proficiency, otherwise known as learning target summative scores. The summative scores of each learning target will be the only value factored into the final grade. So as you see below, the final grading scale might be a little bit different than what you were used to seeing. So mastery, which is an A, is 80 to 100%. For proficiency, a B is 60 to 79%. Beginning, 40 to 59 is a C. Emerging is 20 to 39% a D. Then unobservable is 0 to 90%, which is an F. And then here is sample grading for master learning. So this is a sample grade book. So learning target 0 on assignment 1, the student received a 2, then a 3, a 4, and a 4. So their learning target master final grade is a 4. Then you look at learning target 2, assignment 1, they got a 1, and then a 2, and a 3. So their final grade is a 2. And then learning target 3, they got a 0, a 3, 2, and a 3, and then their final grade is a 3, based off of how often and the most consistent score and the most recent score. So if I was to add together the mastery final grades, it comes out to a 9, and then it's a 70%, which their overall grade would be a B. Work habit marks. So consist of excellent, satisfactory, and unsatisfactory. So each 5-week grading period, I'm calculating how many times they're not participating in discussions or activities, or if they have missing assignments. So the first time, for example, on the 5-week, if you have 1 missing assignment, you would get an E. 2, you would be an S, and then 3 or more is a U. And then so far for the 10-week, 15-week, and then the final. Cooperation, kind of the same thing, excellent, satisfactory, and unsatisfactory. So 5-week would be 0 misconduct. So this is, for example, not using appropriate conduct, and Zoom class will be considered a misconduct. So an S for the 5-week would be 1 to 2 misconducts, and then a U would be 3 or more. Fleming on social media. So listed there is the Fleming website. I encourage you to constantly check it. There's a school calendar if you need to message any parents or any teachers or staff. All of our emails are on there. Like I said, there's important information for you guys to constantly be checking. We are on Facebook. You can follow us at Fleming, lausd.net, Instagram, Twitter, and then also a quick little app that you can download to your smartphones, devices, is this bit.ly that is listed below, which is a great app and a resource to have. Any additional assistance or contact information for me? So I do have tutoring every Monday from 12:40 to 1:15. So those are my office hours. It is a live Zoom. So if you do need assistance with anything, I can walk you through any process that need be. That's a link below too. And it is also on the child's Schoology page. The best way to contact me is through email or Schoology Messenger, and that's my email listed below. Once again, there is my email, and I do appreciate you guys attending today's back to school night, and I look forward to working with you this school year. Thank you.